everyone, it's me Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. Welcome back to another bake with me video where I'm going to be showing you how to make a birthday cake, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my famous, it is famous in these parts, my famous chocolate cake recipe. It is the most incredible chocolate cake recipe that I've ever created, and I feel like it's pretty unbeatable. I think most people that have it say how moist, how chocolatey, how delicious it is. I don't get enough compliments about this cake, so I cannot wait to show you my chocolate cake recipe. And I'm going to be showing you the recipe in quite a simple sort of chocolate bar explosion cake. And yeah, cannot wait to dive in and show you it. I really hope you like this video. I'm going to leave the ingredients and the method in the description for you guys, so if you did want to screenshot it, then please do. I would love to share this chocolate recipe with you guys because it is absolutely delicious. Not only can you do it in the form of a birthday cake, you can also turn it into cupcakes and things like that as well. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video, guys. If you do, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe down below. Without further ado, let's see the cake. So this is a 40th birthday cake. Obviously we have my chocolate buttercream around the edges, and then we have a sort of chocolate bar explosion on the top with the recipient's favourite chocolate bars all around it, using a cake topper as well, saying legend since 1985. So yeah, it's pretty simple, basic cake for beginners, very easy to make, and it does look really, really impressive as well. But the focus of this video is for the recipe of the chocolate cake, but I just thought I would show you a very simple, fun way of decorating it as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump back in time to yesterday when I made this bad boy and show you how it's done. First things first, we're going to preheat our oven to gas mark 4. Now into a saucepan we're going to put 500 grams of slightly salted butter and 500 grams of dark chocolate. Now we're just going to put this over a low heat and melt this together, just like that. And I've just taken this off the heat now, and we're just going to add in 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then we're just going to mix this all together, the vanilla extract with the butter and the chocolate, and then we're going to leave this aside to cool down while we get the rest of the cake mix ready. Now into a large mixing bowl, because this has to be a large one because we've got a lot of stuff going in here. We're going to be adding 500 grams of plain flour. I use gluten-free, and we need 1.5 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So that's all going to go into this mixing bowl now. And then to this we're also going to add 700 grams of light brown sugar. Now just going to mix this all together, and we're just going to leave this aside for a second. Now in another mixing bowl we're going to mix together 450 mils of sour cream and 8 eggs. I tend to crack the 8 eggs in first, then give them a whisk, and then add in the sour cream and whisk it all together like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tip this bowl of wet ingredients into our dry ingredient bowl, just like this. And we're going to give this all a good whisk up. And this is why we need the big mixing bowl, because this is very full already and we still need to add our chocolate mix into it. And now she looks like this gorgeous caramel colour. I'm absolutely obsessed with it when it gets to this stage. And it's all bubbling as well because we've got the bicarbonate and the baking soda all working together. So it starts getting all bubbly and gorgeous. And now that I've whisked all of this up, and my arm's starting to hurt. When we've got this to like a nice smooth, everything's all mixed up together, absolutely looks beautiful. Now we're going to mix in our chocolate mixture, which has the chocolate, the butter and the vanilla extract. Baking is definitely good for like a good solid core workout. Let me bring you closer so you can see this beautiful mix in. So you can see like the caramel all being in there as well. Like the caramel colour is just beautiful. But we do want this to be a rich looking chocolate cake. And oh my goodness, that is the perfect chocolate cake batter. And this is by far my most requested cake from my friends and family. They absolutely adore this cake when I make it. So yeah, I really hope you guys love this recipe as well. Now I'm just going to set this aside for 2 seconds while we go and prep our cake tin. So just in case you guys haven't seen me prep a cake tin before, I'll quickly run you through it. I use butter as my glue on the sides of my tin. So what I'm going to do is quickly just use my sort of hard stick of butter, and we're just going to run this all over the base of our tin and all around the sides as well. So we're quickly going to do that first. That's our tin greased up, and now for our greaseproof paper. For the sides, we're just going to cut a strip all along. I'm just going to pop these on the inside of our cake tin. And then this one goes on this side. Super easy, super simple. Never fails. So that's our sides lined. And then to do the center circle, which is my favorite part to do, you pull it out and sort of measure out just slightly bigger than what our circle is underneath. I am using a 9-inch round cake tin today. I am going to be using the same cake tin for both of my sponges. So I cook one first and then I cook the second, just so I can make sure they've got an even bake. So what we're going to be doing is, in a second, we'll be splitting that cake mix that we've made in half. But I'll do that with you in a second. For now, to carry on doing this, we're just going to fold this in half. Fold it in half again. Fold it in half again, and one more time, in half again, until we have this sort of pointed arrow triangle shape. And what we do is we just line it up to the center of our tin, and I'm just going to put my thumb where it comes up to on the edge, and I'm just going to cut straight across on there. Then, when we unravel it, we have a circle bit of parchment that we can simply put on the center, and it is the perfect size for our cake tin. That's my go-to hack for lining a tin. And now let's get our cake mix ready. Now, because I want to split this cake mix in two, I've already measured how much the bowl weighs. The bowl weighs 212 grams. So now I'm going to weigh it all together on the scales, and then what we're going to do is just make sure that we put half of the mixture into the cake tin, and then we will save the rest on the side just until this one is finished baking. So let's weigh it and see where we're at. 3 kilo cake, exactly 3 kilos. This is how big this cake mix is. We love that, we love a big cake. So we're going to put 1.5 kilos of the cake mix into here now. 3 grams over, darn it. So we have our first cake poured in there. We're going to pop this in the oven now for around an hour. After 25 minutes, I'm going to put a foil, like just a piece of foil over the top to stop it burning on the top, but we are going to put it in for about an hour and see how it goes, and then we just want to make sure that a skewer's coming out clean, but about an hour on gas mark 4 is the cooking time for this cake. Now, while the cake's cooking, I'm just going to prep some of our decorations for later. So I'm actually going to be using this music mould that I've got, and I'm going to be filling it with some melted white chocolate. So the idea is to get some Milky Bar buttons. We're going to just pop these in a bowl. We're going to melt these in the microwave, and then we're going to just spoon it into our little mould. So let's get this melted first. Little 10-second bursts in the microwave until it's all melted. Just like that, and then we're just going to pop this into the mould now. Just like that, and then we're just going to pop this in the fridge until we're ready to decorate later. That's been in for 1 hour and 15 minutes now. It did slightly catch on the top, even though I did put foil down, but that's fine. We can cut off that top layer. So it's been in for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I've taken that out now. Now we're just going to do the exact same step, line the cake tin again, and pour the rest of the mixture in and put that in to cook as well. Just like that, and this second cake's going
going in for an hour now as well. While our chocolate cakes are just cooling, this cake always tends to sink slightly. It's just a very, very soft cake, but we're gonna level that off in a little while once it's finished cooling. But while the two cakes are cooling there, guys, we're just gonna make our buttercream icing. For our chocolate buttercream, we're gonna be using 500 grams of salted butter, 100 grams of cocoa powder, 700 grams of icing sugar, and then it's all just gonna go in here and we're gonna mix it up. That is our chocolate buttercream ready, guys. Now we just need to wait for our cakes to cool down and then we can decorate. Now that these cakes have cooled down a little bit, I'm literally just gonna be using a bread knife and I'm just gonna be slicing the top of the cake just so that it's nice and even. Just like that. You have to be so careful because it's such a soft cake. So I have got a bit of crumbling there, but I can fix that with the buttercream later. So I'm just gonna transfer this bottom layer now onto our cake board. Now I'm just gonna do the same with this one and level it off, just like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some buttercream on here, some of the chocolate buttercream on here. Then we're gonna flip this cake onto the top, peel back the baking parchment, greaseproof paper on the bottom, and then we're gonna pop that into the fridge to set. That's our buttercream layer on. Now we're just gonna pop this on top. Now I'm just gonna peel this back. And then we're just gonna pop this into the fridge. So the cake's been in the fridge for a couple of hours now. It's a lot firmer and a lot more chilled, which is amazing to now work with. And we're gonna be using the rest of our chocolate buttercream and we're just gonna coat this all over now with the buttercream. So that is the chocolate cake completely covered in chocolate buttercream now, all around the edges and on the top. And now what I'm gonna do is the remaining buttercream, there's not a lot, but what is left, I'm just gonna scrape into a piping bag now with a star nozzle. And just for reference, this is the nozzle that I will be using. And now it's time to decorate. So I've got my piping bag with my chocolate buttercream in. I've got a cake topper that says Legend since 1985. I've also got some Curly Whirlies, Kinder Buenos, Kinder Chocolate, my musical notes out of white chocolate that I made earlier, my Whisper bars and some flake bars. And we're just gonna decorate this now as a chocolate explosion. But yeah, let's just get started and get decorating. So looking at it, we want to put the taller chocolates at the back. So we're going to start with some Buenos and some Curly Whirlies. Right, so we're going to do like that. Right, let me turn it so you can sort of see where we're working at. A bit in the centre of the back. Oh, let's try and get it to support our Curly Whirly friend. There we go. Hey, happy days. So I've just cut the Whisper like that, so we can put one of those either side, just like something different. And what I'm going to do actually is put our cake topper in now, so then we can sort of build around it. So we've got our Legend since 1985. I just want to sort of push that in there. Right, so we got that. And then around the base of this is when I'm going to start piping my chocolate. Just little swirls, just so it doesn't look like we've got the sticks there. And I'm going to put a couple of swirls at the base of these chocolates as well. This is basically going to be used as like our filler to fill in any gaps and stuff. Goes like that, that goes like that. Yes, we've got a full one. Woohoo! I'm going to just put a couple of swirls of chocolate at the back. I almost want to sort of like just do them around the front as well. Just like that, just to make it look like it's got some kind of decoration. And then I want to do one just square in the middle as well. And then we can put some of the music notes on there. So maybe let's look at what we've got music note wise. Be quite cool there. So we want to sort of prop those up. There, there. So we've got like the musical notes as well, which is looking pretty cool. And then yeah, we're just going to carry on just building up little bits and pieces and see where we get to on this. That is us done. So that is our chocolate explosion cake for Ron. So if you look behind, it's got so many different chocolates and things, which is so cool. And we've got these sort of piped buttercream swirls as well. And then we've got these sort of musical notes as well to make it super personal. And oh my goodness, guys, I absolutely love it. I'm so obsessed with it. I know he's gonna absolutely love it as well. The taste of it is incredible. You will not get a chocolate cake recipe like this, guys. I promise you, it is divine. So yeah, I am so happy with this. I'm gonna pop it in the fridge now, ready for tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just, cannot wait for him to see it. Cannot wait for the boys to sort of give it to their dad. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's turned out really well.
And yeah, guys, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something, picked up some tips, and of course picked up the chocolate cake recipe as well. Let me know down below what you thought, and also if you're going to be trying it, I would love to know your feedback on that as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you for all the love and support on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, guys, and hopefully I'll see you really soon for another video. Take care. Bye.